At this point, it's pretty well established that I love just about everything from Grand Seiko. Welcome back to the channel for Right Time Watches here in Denver, Colorado. Today's watch is a beautiful limited edition timepiece that we just got in from Grand Seiko, the SBGW289. This is a lovely timepiece and has so many things about it that I absolutely adore. But before we dig into all of its details, we'll invite you to subscribe to the channel so you catch all of our upcoming videos. This amazing Grand Seiko is 36.5 millimeters in diameter with a 42.7 millimeter lug to lug. It's 11.6 millimeters thick and powered by a 9S64 manual wind movement. It's got a 72-hour power reserve, is accurate to +5 or -3 seconds per day, has 100 meters of water resistance, and is a 1200-piece limited edition. All of that adds up to a pretty exciting and interesting timepiece there on your wrist. But what we're really all here for is this dial. Grand Seiko is of course incredibly well known for their dial work at this point, and one of their most popular models in the past couple years was pink. But here we have a different pink dial, and it looks fantastic. To my eyes, this one has a similar frosty look to some of the watches that we've seen here previously from Grand Seiko, but obviously with this amazing pink hue, it comes in as something totally unique on its own. I love the matching tone on the Grand Seiko logo just beneath 12 o'clock, as it looks great in contrast with this amazing dial. As with other Grand Seiko models, we get beautifully hand-polished hands and indices that accent this dial in a beautiful manner. I think this look is great for a limited edition run of 1,200 pieces, as there will be many who enjoy it, but it might not be to everyone's taste necessarily. Like someone like me, this is a little bit small, but it looks great in person. Visually, this is very similar to a 44GS case. Obviously, it's a little bit smaller than the standard 44GS. We do have lots of beautiful polished, cut surfaces that look great, and we have drilled lugs, making it easy to swap the strap on this amazing piece. We have a slightly protruding sapphire crystal, which looks great in accent with this case shape and design. And we have a beautifully signed Grand Seiko crown here on the right side of the case. I love that little accent with a differentiation between brush surface and polished. Overall, the watch looks great, and I really like how the bracelet integrates with the case shape. The bracelet has a beautiful mixture of brush and polish again, and it's got a great classic 3-link design with a standard Grand Seiko deployant buckle here on the underside. The case back on this watch is a sealed stainless steel and has the classic Grand Seiko lion logo. You also have a beautiful limited edition engraving with your limited edition number underneath. Underneath this case back, of course, is that amazing manual wind movement made by Grand Seiko. I've heard nothing but good things regarding this movement, and obviously it's finished to perfection even though you don't get a visibility on that for this particular watch. You still get a beautiful, smooth sweep of the seconds hand with this fantastic manual wind caliber, and again, it's very highly accurate and impressive. Like I said before, this watch coming in at a little over 36 millimeters is maybe not for everybody, and on my 8-inch wrist, it looks a little bit small. But with that in mind, it is an option for almost anybody. The bracelet is big enough for me to wear, and I think that there are many wrists who will fit this very well. I think this watch makes sense for an individual who's considering a colorful dial alternative from some of the other big brands. This one is a beautiful limited edition, and you get a lot from a Grand Seiko timepiece. I could see why this would make more sense than, say, one of the new smaller Aquaterras with a colorful dial, or even an OP, which you can't even get your hands on. At $5,400 US, this one might be worth considering. This watch, just like almost everything else I've received from Grand Seiko this year, is absolutely marvelous. If you'd like to purchase this watch, be aware that this is a short-run limited edition, so reach out to us directly. If you'd like to purchase any of our other watches, please visit us at righttime.com. As always, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time at Right Time.